Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I have a small presentation about the importance of timing, which I'm going to deliver. Okay. So why is it important to do the right timing? Okay, you need to know why it is important so that you can basically, once you know the importance, you'll be able to better understand, and then you'll make sure yourself that you're doing the right timing. Okay, so here is an example. We have a word. Okay, we have a qaf with a short stroke of fatha followed by a blank alif, and then a lam with a short stroke of fatha. And the way we say it is qala. Okay, because the blank alif is obviously going to be treated as a alif mad. Okay, and that's why we have to prolong the qaf for 2 seconds. Okay, and this word means he said. Okay, now let's look at another example. So in this one, the reason why this is highlighted in red is because some people might prolong the lam for more than 1 second. It should not be shorter than or longer than 1 second, but sometimes, let's say we are reciting the Holy Quran melodiously, and for the words to fit our melody, we sometimes prolong here and there. Okay, so someone might do that, and they might say qala, which will mean they said. Okay, so can you see how the meaning has changed here from he said to they said? Okay, so this is why we have to make sure that we say the words as they are, and we don't prolong them or shorten them. Okay, because obviously it is the word of Allah, and we don't want to change the meaning of those words. Okay, so here is another example. This word will be said as Maliki, which means king. And then we have another word, which is Maliki, and that means master. Okay, but if we were to say the first word, if we were to prolong the meme in the first word and say Maliki, it will change the meaning to master. And similarly, if we were to change the vertical fatha to a basically short stretch of fatha and say Maliki, it will change the meaning from master to king. Okay, so we shouldn't prolong something more than it's supposed to be, and we shouldn't shorten something, okay, than the time that we are supposed to give to it. Okay, so a short stretch of fatha should not be longer than 1 second, and a vertical fatha should not be shorter than 2 seconds. Okay, now we have another example. So here we are going to read this as La Raiba, which means no doubt. Okay, there is no doubt. And then if we were to recite this as La Raiba, it will mean show doubt. So it has, can you see how it has completely changed the meaning this time? Like it's the other way around. So now the same word, we are going to look at it. Obviously, these examples are taken from the Holy Quran. And the last one, it is from Surah Al-Baqarah. And I'm sure all of you would know this verse. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Okay, which means that there is no doubt in this book. Okay, and then هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. So this is a perfect book. There is no doubt in it. It is a guidance for the righteous. This is the meaning of this verse. Now, for 1 second, think about the other meaning. So we had la roiba, which means no doubt, and we had la roiba, which means show doubt. So if you were to change this word, and I'm not saying that we do it on purpose, we just sometimes make mistakes, right? Because we are humans. And let's say we made a mistake and we said this word instead, then we are changing the meaning, changing it completely, and we are saying that there is doubt in it, and which is just so wrong. Like, it's not what Allah Ta'ala said. And so this is a mistake that we want to avoid. Okay, so I hope that all of you now understand the importance of timing, okay, and that you're going to pay more attention and work harder to make sure that you are giving each stroke and each sign its correct timing. Okay, so just to end it off, when we are reading the Holy Quran, we are reading the words of Allah, and the words of Allah are a guidance for us. Okay, so following the guidance will lead us to a happy, useful, productive, and fulfilling and peaceful lives. What we read in the Holy Quran has a meaning. Okay, so we must be really careful not to change that meaning. And the timings on strokes can affect those meanings. Just what we saw earlier in those examples is the same thing, that the timings of each stroke, short strokes, long strokes, or mud letters, if we don't follow them properly, then it can change the meaning of the word. Okay, so we have to take great care on the timings. Again, we have short strokes, which are supposed to be prolonged for 1 second. We have long strokes, or also known as shbaya strokes, and they are supposed to be prolonged for 2 seconds, counts. And then lastly, we have madud. Okay, that's just the plural of mad. So we have alif mad, ya mad, and waw mad. Okay, and they're also supposed to be prolonged for 2 seconds. And as you can see here, alif mad, it's a blank alif preceded by a fatha. Ya mad is a ya sakin preceded by a kasra, and waw mad is a waw sakin preceded by a dhamma. So remember all these things so that you can apply the rules properly. Okay, you need to remember these, otherwise when you are reading the Holy Quran, you can't keep looking through your notes or through a rule book, right, every time. So if you remember these rules, they will automatically come to your head when you come across these strokes or these madud. Okay, so that was it. I hope that all of you found it really helpful.